Hello, Internet. Do you ever feel like you know better than the developers themselves? Do you ever feel like you would be able to do better balance changes? Do you feel as if your favorite character deserves two revive beacons instead of one? Or the fact that they feel like they should be able to revive themselves with their own revive beacon? Well, then this video is probably not for you because this is mainly a joke with only a few good ideas. But if you enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. Anyways, on to the video. Tony Stark mains get excited. Iron Man is already one of the better duelists in the game, but I feel like he deserves a buff. Thus, now whenever he uses his ultimate, he goes ahead and removes whoever they get hit from the game. Because of how powerful it is, it destroys their PC. Punisher is already mostly balanced and thus really doesn't need any real game-breaking changes. So instead, I've decided to make it so that he's able to use 2 grapples instead of once, meaning he only needs 2. Wait, this is a well thought out upgrade that actually increases his mobility while making him more viable somewhat. I mean, he now gets the ability to shoot rockets using his primary fire upon landing multiple headshots. That works, right? Yeah, that works. Lord Namor, the ultimate life form, the true king of the ocean as long as you ignore Aquaman, which is just a better version of him. He dies 50% easier, but at the same time now makes 50% more noise no matter what, for you cannot silence Namor! Loki now has 50% faster melee speed, moves 50% faster when he's jumping off a cliff, and can immediately get eaten by Jeff upon Jeff's arrival. Also, if there's a hulking out Hulk, yeah, you're always going to get grabbed, no matter what. He may try to grab the other support. He may even try to grab anyone but you will always be the one to be grabbed, because that is lore-accurate Loki. Also, they get a team up with Thor. Thor, alongside Loki, gets a team up. This team-up allows him to throw Loki at the enemy team, dealing a total of 50 damage and knocking all enemies back. This also works with Loki clones. Loki is the anchor, by the way, so yeah, there you go. Have fun with that, Thor players. You can throw your supports into death. I know you want to. You're always complaining about not getting enough heals. Well, now you can take advantage of it and get rid of the heals yourself, you greedy sons of... Black Widow now gets a new ability, replacing her sprint while she has her rifle out, allowing her to grapple herself to walls. But seeing how that makes more sense than what it currently is, I have decided to nerf her by making it so that she can only fire her sniper when she is looking at support. That's a joke. Don't do that, actually. That's a terrible idea. I mean, go for the sports, but also remember, you do a lot of damage, so you can actually do a lot of damage to the tanks, allowing your allies to take out the tanks. So please, shoot responsibility. And for crying out loud, if you're missing most of your shots like I do, please switch off. Wolverine is getting a simple buff, where the more enemies he's hitting with his melee attacks, the more damage he does. Also, he has a lingering bleed attack. Well, damage. Now on enemies, because, come on, sharp metal claws, why does he not do bleed damage? Also, he can chop Squirrel Girl's tail off for no reason. No more furries. Scarlet Witch is receiving a nerf to her range and lock-on, because I really hate it, and don't think it's really fair, like, at all. Like, even the closest comparisons from Overwatch here, Moira's thing used to be like this, and it was bad, and they had to nerf it into oblivion, and now you gotta keep your actual cursor near the person. You know what? Just nerf her into oblivion like they did to Moira, and maybe she'll be, more balanced. At least she looks good, though, so I'll give her some style points. There you go. Congratulations. You lose out on 90% of your lack of skill, forcing you to actually get good at the game, and yeah. The only thing that's actually skillful is your ult, so live with that. Full disclosure, I suck at Black Panther, so please do not cringe at me for this clip. Anyways, onto the actual, balance changing part of it. He now, instead of, getting a damage buff when he gets at the low HP, he instead has a bar of damage built up for damage he takes. The bar builds up on damage he takes and damage he deals. And upon maxing out said bar, it gives him a double damage. At halfway, it gives him 1.5 extra damage. And thus, it is more balanced. That is literally what I would do, because no offense, I really hate playing him. I hate his kit. I can barely stand the character as is, and it's more so just from what many writers tend to do with him. But yeah. But seeing how I'm supposed to goof off in this video, yeah, he gets a buff by giving him the ability to say that word. You know the word. Wakanda forever. That's what he says. Get your mind straight. Hela gets a new ability where she throws 2 swords at once. That's a joke. That would be incredibly broken. Instead, she can revive herself upon death. Like if she gets a kill after dying, like if her sword throw explodes and she gets a kill from that, she'll revive instantly. It makes sense. She's the goddess of death, so that and that, or better yet, better idea. Now hear me out. This is going to sound crazy. She just explodes on death. That's it. She doesn't a explosion like when she kills someone else. She explodes just like that on death. 2 ideas, both of them equally stupid. Would be funny. Would definitely cringe again. Mr. Fantastic can now bounce twice. Like that's it. I don't know how that will work at all. He bounces now. Also, when he's in his buff form, his final hit thing in his combo knocks enemies backwards. Just because I think that'd be funny. That's all I've got for this guy. Like, I legitimately have nothing else to say about this. Oh, also, oh yeah, I forgot. When he gets inflated, he makes puns now. When playing as Moon Knight, you are 50% more likely to receive lag. Your onks will travel 50% now further when lagging. Your ultimate will only ever go off in the perfect moment and will always look as if you had a massive lag spike beforehand. After all, you are Moon Knight. We are the moon. I can't do his voice. I'm sorry. I'm not good. I'm not a voice actor. I could probably find someone to do that. Well, who cares? Either way, yeah, you just travel further and your ult does more damage, I guess. After all, the moon hunts you. Wait, that's not the right line. I am the moon. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next one now. Hey look, it's the opening clip again. No, the video didn't just repeat, it's finally time to talk about Rocket, the best character. Rocket now does 500% more damage with his base fire. He auto-locks onto all targets, and he has 2 revive beacons that automatically revive him whenever he goes down. Only him, because he's the only one that matters, even though you'll never die. Okay, actual time. Giving him the ability to self-revive using his thing would honestly make him a lot better. And honestly, I wouldn't mind it. But he already has insane survivability, so I understand if you don't want to do that. Other than that, goofy answer. Yeah, every time you shoot an enemy, they explode. Also, giving back the team up with the Punisher and what's his name, Winter Soldier. That was honestly very fun, and I did enjoy that. So please give that back to him, please. Sweet little Mantis here gets a brand new team up where she goes ahead and can power Groot walls. Groot still places all the walls. In fact, he gets 2 metal walls, which now also give overheal to Mantis. Oh wait, that actually sounds somewhat balanced. Okay, she can throw out her own metal wall, iron wall, which does it the same thing for her and Groot, but has less HP. She has a healing aura now? I think that's dumb. I can't come up with any dumb ideas. Oh wait, I know! She shoots explosive rockets out as her new primary attack! There we go! Dumb change that will utterly makes no sense! I feel bad for all this. Yeah, I can't come up with anything funny for her other than some decent ideas I think would be good. So, yeah. That's all. Moving on to the next one. Peter Quill. One of, if not the most, the Peter Quillish of them all, aka Star-Lord. He gets a new ability where he can go ahead and think he's the funniest and smartest dude in the room. Okay, but honestly, I have, once again, no real complaints about this character. He's actually rather balanced. So yeah, just give him the ability to make bad jokes and think that he's the most important person on his team. Oh wait, he's a DPS. He's already there. As previously mentioned with the Black Panther, I am not skilled with Spider-Man, like, at all, so once again, I am sorry about the poor footage in the background. Please do not be angry at me. Okay, if you can play Spider-Man well, I respect you. If you can't, then you're probably just a regular Spider-Man main. Honestly, I could care less, because you're not as annoying as the Black Panther mains are. Anyways, I am buffing him by giving him more trauma. That's how the creators of the comics seem to like to buff him, is by giving him more trauma. Every time he watches an ally die, he gets 5% more trauma. The more trauma he has built up before he dies, the more likely he is to crash out. When he has a crash out, he kills everything around him, because seriously, Spider-Man is broken if he stops holding back. Time for another character I enjoy playing, and I'm actually semi-decent with once in a while, when my brain isn't broken. So instead of doing the usual joking steal, I'm actually going to say something. Reverse the bloody invis change. Give me back up to 3 seconds, if not 4 or 5. 5 seconds would be perfect. Like, you have Loki, Invisible Woman, they can turn invisible forever, but not Psylocke. But Psylocke's got the short time frame, which sucks. Seriously, change it. Buff it back, please. Okay, other than my complaints about her lack of invis, she now gets her dash refreshed on kill instantly. That's a joke. Don't do that. That's a terrible idea. Venom gets a very, very simple change. Upon his death, he now explodes. Like, not like a massive explosion, but he explodes, slowing down enemies and leaving like a symbiote goop on the ground that slows enemies if they walk through it. Like, I think that's actually somewhat of a balance change, like, somewhat. If he explodes while in the air, it does nothing to the ground, but will slow any players around him, I guess. But seeing how this is, supposed to be funny, haha, dumb stuff. Look at Etor, he's an idiot, doesn't know how to play video games. Yeah, he gets the ability to twerk. Oh wait, he can already twerk. I forgot about the emote. Well, I guess no changes here. He's perfectly, fully balanced. Definitely has no issues at all. Incoming disclaimer. Once again, I am not very proficient at playing Magic the Gathering. I don't understand that game at all. I also have trouble playing Magic the character. So, yeah, take every one of my jokes with this one with a massive pinch of salt. She now gains the ability to summon her brother. Like, if she's at low HP, she now says, go get them, brother, and Colossus will just go wreck shop like Bob from Overwatch. Adam Warlock is a very balanced character that has almost no real problems with him at all. Which is why he's getting a full rework. That's right, he now gets the ability to dash through the sky at the speed of sound. He has his staff now, he throws his staff like a nunchucks. His staff breaks into nunchucks. He gets the ability to just heal everyone instantly across the map. Okay, all jokes aside, honestly, give him a dash ability. I think that would be perfectly fine. Like, make it about the length of rockets, with about maybe a similar cooldown to one rocket dash, and it leaves behind a healing aura behind him. And thus, everyone is getting healed from standing around him, and it gives him another form of healing. That is all. I just think it would be nice, because he technically flies in the movies, and it's one of the cooler scenes. So please allow Adam Warlock to fly. My name's Jeff. Okay, Jeff gets one of the biggest, changes here. His primary fire now slows enemies if they are trying to walk against it. That's it. His bubbles also now boop again, because that was funny. It's just a small boop, but I feel like that change was kind of useless. Other than that, if he's remains still, his thing does not go down when he's trying to move. I know, I'm supposed to be funny, but I just can't. I feel like he needs a buff. I feel like the damage change was honestly for the best. I just feel like he still needs a buff. That is all. Moving on to the next guy. The thing is, well, kind of actually balanced in the worst way. Don't get me wrong, I love the Thing. I love him as a character. His gameplay would be amazing. He just feels mediocre at times, and that is the problem. So, how do I fix that? Yeah, I give him the ability to throw a rock. That's it. He can smash the ground, rip up a bit of it, and throw it. This knocks flyers out of the sky. That is all. That's the only change. I know it's both dumb, but actually somewhat practical, but that's what you get. Luna Snow gets one of the biggest changes to the entirety of all. Her primary attack now will instantaneously kill the Human Torch. Or more accurately, actually I take that back. Her secondary fire, the Ice Orb, will now instantaneously kill the Human Torch. And will freeze Jeff longer. That is the first part of it. The second change she gets is that whenever she ultimates, a different song will play, randomly selected from a selection of different songs. All of which are from your Spotify playlist. Hopefully you're listening to something PG-13 or you're getting banned. Speaking of Johnny Storm, what am I going to do about him? He's a pain in my rear end to both play and fight against. So, he's getting a very, very useful and fair buff / change. He now can go ahead and die instantly to getting frozen by Luna Snow. He takes extra damage from Jeff's, primary fire, and cannot be healed by Jeff. That's all. He's getting nerfs. I don't like him right now. He's ticked me off a little bit. Okay, but in all honesty, I guess I should probably give him something to balance this out. Oh yeah, he now does more double damage to enemy Jeffs. That's it. Also, Luna can only freeze him if they're within his radius, meaning you can automatically free your teammates that are frozen. Man, what a nice person picking this character as a support who can't support anything. Along with the team up to Mantis, Groot is getting a change. Johnny now deals extra damage to him. Oh wait, does that mean I'm buffing Johnny? Unfortunately, yes. Let's see here. He also go ahead and receives extra healing from Jeff and Rocket. Why? Because they're best friends and trees like water. That is the reason for Jeff, by the way, is that trees like water. Other than that, yeah, moving on to the next guy. Let's go! When playing as the Hulk, you can now always tell when the enemy Loki is nearby whenever you use your hulking out, ultimate. Thus allowing you to guarantee to always be able to grab onto him and smash him into the ground. That's right, Loki gets nerfed here as well. You are no longer able to perfectly hide in my backlines, Loki, being a pain in my rear end when you steal my ultimate. That's right, I'm still ranting about Loki. Okay, but in all honesty, you do slightly more damage with your primary fires while in the Hulk form, and or swing slightly faster. Those are your two options. Iron Fist now moves 50% faster when he is targeting a flying enemy, thus allowing him to fly. This comes at the cost of him literally gaining nothing else. Like that's it. He's more effective against flyers. That is the objective. He is, after all, the best anti-air in the game. If you disagree with me, that is perfectly fair and up to your own assession. So, yeah, I think that's all. Moving on to the next one. Oh yeah, before I forget, he now goes ahead and can regenerate health 3 times faster than anyone else in the game. Bucky now receives 50% less accuracy when aiming. That's right, I'm making it so that he's even less accurate. Also, he gets PTSD now. Don't know how that will affect him other than, having it. I mean, I think he has it, at least canonically speaking. I'm not 100% sure. Haven't read many Winter Soldier comics. I do know that he used to serve alongside Captain America, so probably he was a child soldier. Pretty sure there's a song about that. Captain America now has a 50% chance of remaining permanently frozen within Luna's ice block. Oh wait, that's not a Luna buff, I guess. Also, aura farming. Yeah, I suck at Cap, by the way, so don't be annoyed if I die ever, and don't ever take my Cap seriously, ever. Emma Frost now does 50% more damage to anyone less privileged than her. She also has the new ability, Call Manager, where she can summon up your manager even if you don't have one. After all, she is the most important person here, and if she is not constantly getting whatever she wants, then it's everyone else's fault, and they must die. I honestly have no real good ideas for Storm in the first place, so I guess her ultimate gets a damage boost just by itself. Like, have you ever stood inside of a tornado storm hybrid thing? Yeah, it's not very pleasant. Even though I've never done it either, I'm going to assume that it's not very pleasant. Ultron, despite being the latest addition to this game, does have one massive balance change I would give to him. He now gets the ability to summon a second drone. This is not the joke one. This is seriously. Give him 2 drones. It would make him a lot more viable as a healer, and yeah, most people would probably not complain about him as much. Okay, on to the joke option. He now shoots rockets whenever he activates his anti-barrier thing. You know, his barrier that he puts on people. But only from him, not his drone. That would be too broken if they came from the drone as well. Dagger now moves 100% faster because she now moves at the speed of light. The joke is that she is literally light. Meanwhile, Dagger dies instantly to any of her attacks. If it's from an enemy, obviously. Because darkness is the absence of light, and thus whenever she hits him, he dies instantly. That's all I did. I think it'd be funny. Next on the list is Doctor Strange. Didn't realize I had a list right here, so let's just keep going. Yeah, Doctor Strange now does slightly more damage with his primary fire. That's it. That's it. You can also, whenever he cancels his teleportation thing, it does not immediately consume it. That's it. That is the only thing I could really think of. But seeing how that's not funny, he can now throw his shield like a boomerang. That's funny, right? This is an announcement, real quick, to every single person in comp. Please do not abandon your team. And remember, the payload is important. Like, I'm not complaining about it for my sake. I'm complaining about this because, dear Lord, I was able to escort this thing to the end in a comp game. That makes no sense. Okay, but onto the actual serious thing. Penny now gets the ability to shoot 2 cyber webs. Just to screw over, Wanda a little bit more. On top of that, she gains allies standing in her webs now gain, the ability to heal while standing in her webs. That's it. That's the only other change. Moving on, Magneto now gains the ability to bend the metal in Wolverine's bones to throw him. That's right. He's joined the fastball special team up. He can now throw him with greater ease than other people. So yeah, there you go. That's cool. Alongside this, he also can go ahead and enhance Iron Man's ult. Now gets slowly trained into his thing, granting him the ability to stabilize it, but at the cost of ult charge for Iron Man. Doesn't fully deplete it immediately. Instead, he can sacrifice his own ult charge in order to keep it stabilized for longer, and thus also increasing the damage and infusing it with plasma. Yeah, I know it sounds stupid and it's over-explainable, but yeah, there you go. An interesting team up right there between Iron Man and Magneto. Also, he can go ahead and throw the Punisher as well. Why not? Squirrel Girl is getting several different changes. The first of which is that her acorns now bounce twice before exploding. The next change is that we are replacing her thrown massive nut with a throwable bear trap. We are also changing her jump ability to be 2 separate mines, which she can then detonate to give to both bounce herself and her enemies upwards. We are changing her ultimate to no longer being self-driven, but now be manually driven. This change will hopefully make it more balanced and fair for enemies to fight against. Upon these changes, we also figured that it would be important to give her a new redesign to make it fit. The redesign is also hopefully will stop NSFW artists from stealing content and making it inappropriate. Here's the redesign. We made her, Junkrat. Hopefully you all have enjoyed. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe. If you guys have your own balance changes or want to rant about something in the comments, like the poor audio quality, which again I am sorry about, yeah, just go ahead and mention that in the comments. Either way, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and or day, whatever time you watch this, and I will catch you guys later. Bye!